Incomplete. Nice. 3 and out.
All right. We think we're on the air finally. It's Charlie Brown along with Brad Hunter.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, kill that echo. There it goes.
There we go.
All right. We're a couple of plays late. It is fourth down and a couple. Brad, give us a quick recap.
So we had a quick 3 and out. Eagles defense gave up 3 yards on first down run and then 2 straight incomplete passes. So good 3 and out. Good start here for the defense.
Back to punt. It should be Curdy Kruschwitz. Bounces inside the 30, rolls down to about the 21, and that's where the Eagles will take over on their first possession.
That's a good start right there. You can't ask for anything better. 3 and out.
3 and out by
first series of the year.
Young defense.
Yes.
A lot of new players. The offensive line should be the strength of this club. Most of those guys are returning, but it's a new quarterback, it's a new running back, and it's new wide receivers. So we're going to learn, just as you learn, who these people are as we go along.
Eagles come out in a 3 wide right set. Hand the ball off to number 6. No gain there. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
At 6 is Terrell Aldridge. And the quarterback is Malin Cole for the Eagles. We'll get the rest of the people identified as we can. We'll get our scoreboard and everything updated. We've been working. We've got the heat causing us a problem, so we'll get that updated in just a second. Cole in the shotgun. Aldridge to his side, rolls right, looks, quick pass out, short and incomplete as he takes a hit. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, he's not getting a lot of time up front right now. The Grandview D-line's getting some penetration, so Eagles O-line's going to have to give him some more time to make his reads and go through his progressions.
So 3rd down and 10. Cole at quarterback. 3 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Quick
tunnel screen.
Going to pick up a few yards, but it is going to be 4th down. Going to pick up about 6. Oh, stop short of that. Pickup of about 5, maybe 4 on the play, so it's going to be 4th down and 6.
Andrew Kazeta caught that ball for a gain of 6.
4th and 6.
Punt team's coming on.
Yep.
So 3 and out, both teams.
And then this is a new thing. The last 4 years, the Eagles have been blessed with Sam Petrin, who was their place kicker and punter, and he was a weapon. So now he has to be replaced as he's gone. And Evan Workman is going to get the punt. And there's going to be a delay of game that deciding whether to go send the punt team out or not. Cost them 5 yards.
Yeah. 25-second play clock goes fast. Sometimes you don't realize that. Get caught trying to make a decision if you want to go for it or not, and not leave yourself enough time.
No clock.
Not a good kick. Went off the side of his foot.
Going to walk off the sideline a long way on that one.
Yeah, that's a 8-yard punt there. So
you don't need to give Grandview a lot of breaks. They're the number 2 team in the nation. The Eagles are number 18, but the first ranking is based on where you ended up last year, kind of.
Yeah, so, okay.
So Grandview being the number 2 team in the nation may very well be the number 2 team in the nation, but you're not going to know anything about the rankings until the 2nd or 3rd one come out.
Everything kind of weeds itself out there.
So Johnny Sullivan is the quarterback for Grandview, and his running back is Allie Scott right behind him. He comes to the line, looks it over, sends motion, run up the middle. Scott bounces off a couple, still going inside the 15.
A couple tackles there. We got him tackle on the first guy's got to get him wrapped up for sure. It was just a zone play to the left. He's just trying to read and find a gap on that play side.
So 1st and 10 from just outside the 11-yard line.
New running back in for Grandview.
Handoff
Number
up the
2.
middle. 2 is Avery Gates.
Gain of 5.
So picks up quite a bit there. Half the distance for a first down. Makes it 2nd and 5. Nice crowd here, and it is hot.
Yes, it is. It's hot. There's a lot of people here.
Yeah,
I love to see it.
We were just talking to Dr. Joe Parisi about maybe some air conditioning in here at some point in time. He felt our pain. Good rush.
Pressure.
Throws it away, and it goes out of bounds. We have contact.
Number 11. Yeah, a little contact there. No flag. I don't think that ball was really catchable.
Well, it would landed out of bounds. That would be Carson
Yes.
Rollinger. So 3rd down and 5.
Number 5, Eric Mays, defending on the play there for Central Methodist.
One of the returners from last year.
He was in good position, had good coverage.
He and Mui Kamal are the 2 major returnees.
Okay.
3rd down. Sullivan in a shotgun. Looks right, throws to the end zone to the right, wide open in the end zone for a touchdown. He came across and ran the back part of the end zone all the way to the corner.
Yeah, it's a little combination route there. He's inside receiver running a corner route, and then our defender couldn't keep up with him.
So about a 6-yard touchdown pass.
.95 Nathan Hamilton in to attempt the extra point for Grandview. And it is up and good.
So Grandview with a 7-0 lead. Hard to see the scoreboard, see the clock.
11:01 left.
There you go.
First quarter. So that was a field position deal there. You know, you give a good team short field. You know, it's hard to.
Yeah, the short punt put them in great position, field position-wise, and they took advantage of it, which is what a good team does.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure our punter, Evan, he'll be over there working on his technique, getting it squared away. And
again, that was his first career punt at Central. So
sure there's little nerves involved. I remember that. So
Sam Petrin was here for the last couple of years, and he was just automatic. He was the Hart Special Teams Player of the Year, either as a field goal kicker or a punter numerous times.
Yeah, nice.
So they will miss him.
Hard to replace. They can for sure flip a field.
So we should have 0 Mui Kamel and Christian Bryce, number 20, deep. And Nathan Hamilton is the Grandview kicker.
Yep.
So the Vikings on top. Grandview's numbers are easy to see. Central's are a little harder.
Well, they're kind of tough. The black numbers on green jerseys.
Luckily, they have a little bit of white trim on them. Otherwise, we would have
no idea. They look good. They're just kind of hard to see them. Little pooch kick, kind of short.
About the 15-yard line. Running north and south.
Got a little space there. Good job. Good return. Good field position.
Out of over the 35-yard line.
As well blocked by the back guys there on the kick return team. Good job on that.
That's Kamel that does that. He's a D-back. He's a linebacker, actually, I think, if I look it up.
Yeah. Grandview showing a 4-man front. They're big up front. 90's a big kid. 44's a big kid. So Central's O-line's going to have their work cut out for them today.
Yeah, they average about, the Central offensive line averages about 6'3" and 280. They're not as big as they were last year.
44 in on the sack there. Trying to roll the quarterback out maybe to buy him a little more time. You know, there's good and bad in that. You limit your field, you know, when you're rolling to one side or the other, but kind of hopefully you try to get away from some of that pressure.
Yeah, I think the Eagles this year are looking to be more run-oriented than they were last year. Yeah. Their leading rusher last year was their quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
So they're looking for some more stuff. looking for some more
that's
offensive power.
That's the best way to combat pressure up front is get their run game going.
And take a little pressure off your starting quarterback,
Yes.
who's starting his first game for you as well.
Yes.
Run up the middle.
Short gain of 1.
Pick up of about 1 on the play. Interested, that's Aldridge with the carry. The backup running back, the number 2 running back for the Eagles, is a young man went to Fayette High School here in town. And he's a freshman, and he's in the ball game right now. He just walked in. He's number 2. He'll be the running back. He gained over 2,900 yards last year.
Yeah, that's impressive.
And 36 touchdowns.
That's impressive. So
Aaron Vroman, he's going to walk up and get in the slot.
So Grandview subbed out D lineman. They're looking more of a pass rush attack here up front. You got a 4 deep look.
And that's Vroman. Ball is knocked away from him.
10.
Trying to get the ball to him, trying to get some easy passes.
Nate Elwell defending that pass for Grandview. That was well played because if he doesn't get that ball knocked away, that's a first down.
Yeah, Vroman has speed. He can run, but he just couldn't get that. Got knocked away. And it's 4th down again. 3 and out again for the Eagles, and they'll be punting again.
Made the right read there, I think. They're zone over the top and man underneath. So just a matter of executing it. Now we need a better punt right here.
This is a sophomore punter. They are loading up the box to come after him. They got 10 after him.
High snap.
Gets it away.
There we go. That's
better punt.
Yes.
Fielded.
A 37, 38-yard punt. That's a lot better. Good coverage.
Back out to the 40-yard line, but that's a whole lot better than the 20-yard line.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can't give a good team short field. That's for sure. So we need a good stop here. We don't want to get down 2 scores this early. So defense needs to step up, get another 3 and out here, and get their offense back on the field. It's a big series this early in the game.
Here comes a defensive player on really late. He doesn't even get on the field before the play takes, and he's probably going right where he was.
Big gain
down
up
the sideline.
It's a first down, cross midfield. 26, the ball carrier.
Zach Bowman for the Eagles was trying to get on the field, and I suspect that's where he was supposed to be, and he didn't get there. So that's a gain of 17.
And they're going to be subbing a lot of people in and out with the heat, so communication is going to be crucial on sideline with the coaching staff and players.
They are a run-oriented team,
Yes,
and why wouldn't you run? You're getting 6, 7, 8 yards a carry or more, and that's going to be a gain of about 8.
Number 2, Avery Gates with the carry.
Nolan Cobbs Jr. checks in for the Eagles. Second and 3, gain of 7. Second down 3.
I like that bunch set.
Now they're going to throw it. Sullivan looks left, goes right, goes left again, and going to pick up just about enough for the first down, but maybe not all of
ball's
it.
out. No, the referee saying he was down.
Yeah, the whistle blew.
Ball came out late. I think he looks like initially he's got the yardage for a first down.
I've noticed over the last couple of years, we don't have too many measurements anymore.
No.
If it's close, it's decided, and off you go. And they've decided it's a first down, and off they go.
I think a lot of that's just trying to speed the game up.
I don't blame that.
No.
I had a high school game last night where the officiating crew walked everywhere they went.
Yeah, that's not.
It went for a long time while they were deciding to walk back and talk about this, and then walk back and talk about that, and then walk it off.
It makes for a long night.
It does.
1st and 10. All right, we need to stop here. Eagles in a 4-man front.
Sullivan. Gates. Sullivan outside. Little bubble screen.
And bubble screen to the running back. We got to get some.
Brandon Martin is the receiver on the play.
Get some linebacker pursuit out there on that. That's a tough play to defend.
Yeah, coaching staff saying it's a pick play. They're blocking our guy before the ball's thrown. And
yep, they were. But you got to get off those blocks and get to the ball carrier,
24-yard line. That's a 9-yard gain. Gates cuts right, gets outside.
Missed a tackle there.
Knocked out of bounds.
14 missed a tackle. First down. Now we need to keep him out of the end zone here.
Davion Stockard knocked him out of bounds.
14-yard line, 15-yard line.
Grandview last year beat the Eagles at Grandview 37-10. One of the 3 losses for the Eagles last year. They were 9-3 on the season.
Mm-hmm.
First time ever qualifying for the NAIA playoffs.
Yes, that was great to see.
And first conference football championship since 1975.
Yes.
Quick out.
Good play there.
That time got off the tackle really well. That's Kewan Collins with that tackle. He got off the block, made the play. And I say that, and it's still a 3-yard gain. So 2nd down and 7.
That was a good play. He went outside of his blocker and came back inside and then able to trip up the receiver. So that was a good job. That was well defended.
Eagle defense needs to stiffen up. Not give up another touchdown here.
5 receivers for Grandview. No running backs in the backfield.
Sullivan outside. Caught.
On that quick game on the outside. 11-yard line.
Nick Danielson with the catch.
3rd and 6.
It didn't really pick up a whole lot with that.
Nope, just a couple yards. You'll take that as defense.
Last time they ran a receiver from the left across the back of the end zone and cleared him out.
Allie Scott back in at running back for Grandview.
2 receivers to the bottom, 2 receivers to the top.
Motion to back out.
Throws it in the end zone all alone
That's
for the
a blown
touchdown.
Coverage.
Yep, came off of that, and that's Seth Jewell with the catch for the touchdown. 11-yard catch.
That was a blown cover. You could see the cornerback thought he had the flat, and he thought he had safety help over the top, and that was a mix-up there in the secondary. So that was an easy pitch and catch for Grandview.
13-0, and Nathan Hamilton in to attempt the extra point. Plenty of leg. It's up, and it is good.
Yeah, we're going to have to start getting some pressure. It's hard to get pressure on those quarterbacks when they're throwing those quick balls, to the outside like that. So.
And you're running the ball and getting 6 and 8 yards
Yes.
at a time.
Yep.
You can't
Correct.
lay your ears back and go after the quarterback because the
Correct.
back will run right past you. So 14-0 is the score.
We need a big possession here by the offense. Get some yardage, get some good field position on kick return. Need to put a good drive together.
Sullivan 6 of 9 in the ball game, 33 yards, 2 touchdowns. Scott's got 35 yards rushing already. For the Eagles, Cole's 1 of 3 for 5 yards.
Nathan Hamilton set to kick off for Grandview.
Should be
Christian Bryce and Muhaji Camel back deep for Central Methodist. Maybe they'll break one here for a touchdown. That'd be fun.
Kamel got the last one and ran north and south instead of east and west and got it out to the 40-yard line. So
yes.
Didn't hesitate, didn't dance, didn't juke, went. Kicks in the air, and they go the other direction this time. Bryce Christian does the same thing, looks for a hole, finds a little bit, and gets out 28, 29-yard line, and that's where the Eagles will start this possession. We think we'll probably see a couple of different quarterbacks today just because.
Giving different guys a look early in the season.
This is Cole back out again. Aldridge in the backfield with him.
Central Methodist has 2 receivers to each side.
1 in the backfield, looking for the play clock's down to 10.
Play change from the coach on the sideline. A lot of teams do that now.
Shotgun, handoff Aldridge, going to get the corner.
Oh, yeah.
And then more.
Ooh, nice job.
Carroll Aldridge out across midfield.
Good job. That was just a zone left, and linebackers didn't fill the gap he was supposed to, and that popped wide open. Good job there across midfield. That's a big play for Central.
And the player that made the tackle for Grandview, which was number 21, and I'm looking for see who number 21.
Lost his helmet.
Patrick Savage lost his helmet, so he has to leave for a play. Now we got 2 backs in the backfield of offset I. Aldridge again. Nowhere to go this time. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Number 67 for Grandview.
Calvin Bright. 6'4", senior.
It was a good play by him. Beat his block and got up inside.
Garen Vroman in the backfield. Standing at his own 45-yard line. Got a back off the wing. 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. Quick pass outside.
Short gain of 2. So you got 3rd and 8 coming. That was just a quick hitch route there.
Quezada with the catch.
Grandview's corner played that well.
See that young man walking right there with the 7? That's my grandson.
Oh, awesome.
Senior at Fayette High School.
Awesome.
Wants to come to Central Methodist and play baseball.
Good. I like to hear that.
Grandpa's okay with it.
Absolutely. I wonder where he got that from.
I didn't get it from me.
Charlie was my college baseball pitching coach back eons ago, so I'm glad to see the grandsons wanting to come here. That's good. Eagles 5 wide, empty backfield. Got a little time to throw.
And he throws it high and hard and gets his receiver clocked because he had to reach up to get the ball. Gets hit from behind as he reaches for it and feels that. And that is
number 2.
Garen Vroman out of the backfield.
4th and 8 across midfield. You got a lot of choices here as a coach. Go for it or punt. It looks like they're running the punt team on the field.
You're down 14 points.
Yeah. Play some field position. Hang your hat on your defense.
Make them try and drive 60 or 70 or 80 yards as opposed to 54.
Yeah, I was watching our punter in pregame here. He was doing a pretty good job of pinning the ball deep inside the 10 in pregame, so hopefully he can do that here in the game situation.
Evan Workman. And now we have a delay of game.
That doesn't really hurt anything. You punting the ball 5 yards, in this kind of field position, that's not a big deal for college punters.
No, it'll be 4th and 13 now instead of 4th and 8.
Main thing here is get it blocked up front and then get downfield and cover it and down it, hopefully down it inside the 15.
Grandview has a return on. They don't have 10 men at the line of scrimmage, and the official down on the field is about to have rotator cuff surgery from trying to get the clock started. Fair catch inside the 15.
Good job, Evan. 12-yard line, that's a good job getting pinned deep. So now defense got to step up and get a stop here, get their pass coverage worked out. Hopefully they got all that ironed out on the sideline in between possessions.
Yeah, that's about a 43-yard punch. You could live with that with no return.
Absolutely.
Want to thank Brad for coming and doing this. We did this last year in basketball where we did ball games and we had guest announcers, alumni come in and do some games. Brad has been nice enough, gracious enough to come in and help me do this, and we're going to do this during the course of the year with some other stalwarts from the past of Central Methodist.
I don't know if I was a stalwart, but I appreciate the invite. This is a lot of fun.
Sullivan hands it off up the middle.
Ball's
Eagles
out, fumble. That's a fumble.
On the ground, it is.
He's calling them down. The side judge is pointing them down.
Oh.
Central had a clear recovery.
And that was Eric Mays who just picked it up, and that was really close to being a fumble.
Yeah, I think Grandview maybe got the benefit of a good call there, but that's okay. We keep poking that ball away. You can't be giving up 6-7 yards, though. We got to get penetration up front. Linebackers got to get in their gaps and stop that run. 26, he's a big kid. They subbed out. Now number 2's in at running back.
Gates.
Yep.
He gets the ball on the handoff. Counter.
Good tackle there.
Davian Stockard with the catch. He was one of the speakers at the athletic banquet auction this year.
Nice.
Very articulate young man. On
Good.
Media Day, he was also one of the representatives for the school for Media Day.
Yeah.
He's a linebacker.
Good tackle. Good open field tackle there.
Another
Third
run
and
coming
short.
up the middle.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Going to have enough for a first down. Boy, when you get plus yardage on first down, it just makes things so easy.
It opens up, everybody says it opens up your whole playbook. Your offensive coordinator, they can go to about anything they want when it's, second and short, third and short. That's a good stop on the run. Maybe they're getting some things figured out.
They're rotating some new bodies in defensively.
Allie Scott back in at running back. They like this bunch set. Getting him
Scott,
off tackle.
And
He's
he
got
goes
space.
around the edge again where he went before, breaks a tackle, and he's out to the 48-yard line. So that went from about the 24 to the 48, so that's 24-yard gain.
Good game
They're
there.
just gouging the line right now.
They're big up front. They're reading off heights and weights of their linemen. Their left tackle's like 6'7", 350, so you got to expect them to run behind him whenever they need to. And then, Allie's a big running back. That's a big mass of humanity that you got to get people over there to stop.
They come back this time to the right side. He goes right through it again, continues to run.
About a 15-yard gain there.
He is a 6-foot, 222-pound junior.
And he's athletic. He's shifty, and he's big and strong. He's going to be a handful all day.
That's a gain of 15. He's got 5 carries now for 81 yards.
Got into the quarter coming.
And they're already walking it off somewhere.
Yep, into the quarter.
I'm looking at the officials at midfield like they're trying to figure it. I was hoping they were bringing it back for a penalty of some sort, but no such luck.
Nope, into the first quarter.
We're going to take a break. Picture will stay. We're going to cut the sound for just a minute, and then we'll be right back. Back live. Start of the second quarter, 14-0 Grandview, and they have the ball at the 37-yard line in Central Territory.
Grandview is single back set, 4 receivers, but they bunch them in tight.
Sullivan, the quarterback, fakes
Play
the handoff,
action.
looks down. He's got a man wide open on a crossing pattern in the end zone for a touchdown. That is Carson Rollinger. They are just running some picks and slants and stuff, running people across, and our defensive backs are losing track of where they are.
That was a post route there, and the defensive back, Drake, got turned around, and once that happens, he was beat and was wide open for another easy pitch and catch.
So 20-0. 3 touchdown passes, kick, extra point is good, so 8 seconds into the second quarter. Is that 11:52 on the clock, Brad?
14:52.
14:52, so
Yes,
8
sir.
seconds.
Yes, sir.
1 play in the second
Yes.
quarter.
And, it's 3 touchdown passes, but, it's three blown coverages there. There's some communication issues, I think, back there that, they need to get worked out, obviously. You make things easy.
So Grandview's got it going on all cylinders right now. See if I can look real quick after that. 10 first downs to 1. 179 yards of offense for Grandview. 28 for Central.
Yeah.
That tells your story. No
Yeah.
turnovers. They keep blowing their whistle. They want Central to come out. Central's kick team hadn't come out yet. There they come.
All right. Nathan Hamilton set the kick for Grandview.
And it's Bryce and Kamel back again. They've each had a kickoff return so far. First series for the Eagles defensively were 3 and out. Very good. And then next 3 have been touchdown drives by the Vikings. They're up 21-0 early second quarter.
Long way to go. Need a good kick return, good offensive possession here. Nice deep kick with the wind. Pushes them back to the end zone.
Going to bring
He's
it
gonna
out.
Bring it out.
Probably not a good choice.
Not a good idea. Tackled on the 9-yard line.
Jaron Onken with the tackle, I believe.
Yep. All right, 1st and 10 here. The Eagles need to put a good drive together, eat some clock, give their defense a break. You don't want a 3 and out here. You want a good long drive.
Yeah,
Put
give the
some points
defense
on
a
the
chance
board.
to make some adjustments on the sideline.
Yes, and get some points on the board here and get back in this ball game. Eagles with 2 receivers each side, 1 running back in the backfield.
Trying to draw him offside with a hard call, but didn't come. Now the handoff.
Lost his footing.
Aldridge down around the 10.
Oh, had a little push and shoving after the play.
Little extracurricular activity.
Side judge had a hold of his flag, decided not to throw it. I think he was going to throw that on Grandview's number 52 there, but decided not to. Short gain.
2nd and 9.
Grandview still in 4-man front. 3 linebackers. Standard 4-3 cover 2.
Aldridge again to the 10. No gain.
Short gain.
It's going to be 3rd down and long. Aldridge had 1 big run. He's carried the ball 6 times for 26 yards.
Now 4 subs in for Central. Subbing out some receivers here. Grandview made 1 change on defense. D lineman up front.
Again, all the receivers are new. All the receivers from last year are gone.
3-by-1, trips left for Central. Needs some time to throw
Looks
here.
left.
A little bubble route.
Out to
There we
the
go.
back. Not going to get to the 1st down marker, but picks up some yards to get away from the goal line, from the end zone a little bit. Cole's looking like he wants to go for it, but I think it's 4th down, is it not?
Yes, it is. Punt team's coming on the field.
I have seen high school teams do this.
They're
not successful most of the time, and
no.
it doesn't end up well.
If you wanted to go for it, that would have been, last possession when you had the ball across midfield. But it's early in the game. You don't want to be chasing points that early yet. And here you just got to get it out there. You got to expect him to bring pressure here. And he's punting from his own 2-yard line.
And they've got 8 on the line of scrimmage this time, and they're coming through. He gets it away. Low line drive. Going to hit and roll, like we hope. It does across
good
midfield.
Yep.
To the 48 in Grandview territory. So about a 42-yard punt. No return again.
Ball was down by Lontus McClinton out of Sykeston, Missouri.
Down toward the heel.
Oh, yeah. Way down there. All right. Need to stop here. Need to stop. Don't want it to get out of hand this early. Greenview, good field position. You can see him maybe taking a shot deep here, just see if they could get a quick one on the board.
Sullivan, a quarterback again. Gates behind him.
Another late sub for Central.
Two wide receivers top, bottom, one in motion coming this way. Hand it to Gates. Through the middle. Makes a couple of moves, doesn't break any tackles, gets inside the 40 to about the 38, so that's a gain of 14. So he's got 39 yards rushing. Scott's got 81. So they're going to be at 175 yards rushing in the first half.
Yeah. Just got to get some action up front. You know, we're not getting off our blocks up front, D-line, linebackers. You know, they've got to get that squared away. Eagles have gone to a three-man front, bringing some pressure.
Little screen out to the right. Got a offensive lineman in front of him. He breaks the play, and he steps out of bounds.
It was a good call against the pressure there. The screens are a great call against defensive blitzes. Eagles starting to bring some pressure from their linebackers and got caught. And
knocked out of bounds around the 20-yard line. That is where it's spotted, 1st and 10. Rashad McKinney's into the ball game defensively. Eagles defense up front, just not enough size right now. Grandview's pushed, the offensive line's pushing them out of the way.
Yes.
And there's another run.
There we go.
There's
good.
Somebody hanging on to the ankles in the back.
That's a linebacker coming off the edge again. So Central's gone more to a three-man front, and then they're going to be bringing linebacker pressure to try to combat that, their size up front.
That's Kamel.
That's a good adjustment.
Coach Callaway here was a defensive coach before he was a head coach. Mm-hmm. Coach Stewart, his defensive coordinator, both of those guys are very defense-oriented.
Yes.
And this is hurting them physically right now.
Yes.
Sullivan looks out, pump fake, throws it to the corner, got a big man out there, bumped in the corner, no flag.
Good coverage. Got a flag up in the inside. We may get a holding call here.
Martin was a intended receiver. I'm going to look because he looks pretty big. 6'4", 214. Holding call?
Yes, on Grandview. That's good. That's going to back him up, help with field position. That was good pass coverage there. D-backs are where they needed to be.
So they'll take the penalty. Move them back to the 29-yard line, and they've got to get to just about the 10. So 2nd down and 19. Play clock hadn't started yet.
Daniel Miles subbing in for the Eagles on the D-line, number 8.
I hope he plays as well as Will Miles played last year for the Eagles. Like the name, and I'll tell you more about Will Miles in just a second. Pass across the middle, caught, blocked, into the end zone. Nope, knocked out of bounds about the 2 or 3 yard line. Will Miles was a 6'8" defensive player here who is on the Arizona Cardinals roster right now.
I remember seeing him in highlights and stuff.
He is still on their roster as of today or yesterday anyway.
Great.
And then Marquess Daniels, who was a linebacker here last year, is up in the Canadian Football League.
Okay. Good for them. Hopefully they stick. So that was a three-man route, just an over route by one of their outside receivers and wide open in the middle.
At the 4, 1st and goal. Hand off Scott.
Slip, 1 yard line.
Knocked down, but he still picks up. That's the thing. Every time Central makes a good play at the line of scrimmage, it's still a 2 or 3 yard gain.
Yes.
And that's all the way down to inside the 1.
Yes. 2nd and goal on the 1. That's a big kid, a running back. You know, you have to anticipate, you know, even when you make contact with him, he's going to fall forward for a couple yards.
I did a high school game last night at Capital City, and they had a running back that was 6'3", 250 pounds.
They're just hard to, you know, that's.
Looking for the signal and into the end zone for a touchdown. Scott with it. That's their first rushing touchdown to go with 3 passing touchdowns.
Nathan Hamilton in for the extra point.
27.
Cody Kruszwitz will hold.
27 zip, looking to make it 28. And does. 28-0. 9:32 to go in the second quarter, and the Eagles offense has got to do something in this possession.
Yeah. They need to move the ball, eat the clock. Obviously, put points on the board, get some life going and keep our intensity up. That's going to be a big thing, not let our intensity drop. Jonathan Blackman and Christian Bryce will be deep for Central Methodist. Hamilton set to kick again for Grandview. Need a good return here and get some good field position.
Yeah, so you can open your playbook a little bit and not have to worry about being sacked close to the end zone or in the end zone. It's over his head and into the end zone, touchback.
Okay. Good decision there.
Yeah, after running that out the last time and getting to less than the 10-yard line, that was a good decision. I'm sure there was a conversation had there.
I was going to say he probably got some direction on the sideline there.
Looking down on the sideline, we have the biggest ball boy that you've ever seen, Big Tom Sawulu, standing about the 35-yard line, 6'8", 250-pound sophomore basketball player from London, England.
6'8".
Yeah. He's Big Tom. He became Big Tom. His grandfather was Big Tom until this Tom got bigger than his grandpa.
Bubble
out in the flat. That's Garen Vroman, I believe, who dances and stutters a little bit and picks up 4 yards or so. Yeah.
Good start. That was a good
Made
start.
something out of that.
Little bubble screen. Receivers blocking. Linemen getting upfield and blocking up the second level. We like to see that.
I mentioned my grandson going past here. He's a lineman offensively and defensively for Fayette, so he blocked for Vroman last year.
Yeah, nice. Grandview still a 4-man defensive line. 3 linebackers, pretty standard 4-3 cover 2 right now. Of course, there's really not much reason for them to get out of it right now.
Central has not proven they can throw the ball with effectiveness. They're 4 of 7 throwing the ball, and that's 4 of 7 for 20 yards.
And, being young, you can expect some hiccups early in the season. And, now, 28-0, you just got to kind of get back to basics and work on your fundamentals and, and get your base stuff going.
3rd and 4. Empty backfield. Quick look out. Wide receiver gets it and ducks his head and gets close to does get a first down.
Yeah. That's the second time they've run that little tunnel screen there. That's been a good play for them. It hits quickly, and receivers are doing a good job blocking on the perimeter. They're well coached on that, and they're doing a good job there.
One back behind Cole. Cole, a sophomore from Milan, Missouri. Freshman quarterback to his freshman running back, and stop for a loss of a couple on that play.
Nate Elwell, number 10, sophomore for Grandview on the tackle.
Christian Bryce checks in.
Good penetration there.
He is a junior from Kilgore, Texas.
All right.
Central's always had some pretty good success getting kids out of the state of Texas.
Yep, in Florida. I remember back when I was playing, we had several kids out of Florida as well. It's a good recruiting ground down there.
Yeah, nice place to recruit, too, for the recruiter to go. It's not
South
Dakota in the wintertime.
I bet, yes.
Cole throws it outside, off the hands, and incomplete. will make it 3rd down and 12.
Can't read the number of the receiver there. That was a good read, good throw on quarterback's part. And you know, I know if you ask that receiver, he'll say he's going to catch that ball every time. So 3rd and long.
Third and 12. Cole flushed, stutter steps, keeps going backwards and just throws it away to the sideline. And they look to see if it crossed the line of scrimmage, which I'm not sure it did, but there's no flag.
No flags. Could have been, maybe.
No receiver, but I think as long as you throw it and it crosses the line of scrimmage somewhere,
yeah,
even if it's out of bounds and it crosses, it's okay. But whatever, we won't complain about a non-penalty call there.
Correct. Punt team's back on for Central. Need a good kick, good coverage here. Evan Workman to punt. Fair catch.
Taken at the 38-yard line. A little bit of a line drive, but effective. That's 3 punts in a row for him that have been 40-plus yards with no return.
Yeah.
So that part's kind of worked itself out a little bit.
Yes. Yeah, I got over that first kick jitters.
The offense hadn't sitting down, and I guarantee you 68 Trent Byers is not a happy camper right now.
Yeah.
He is the leader of that offensive line, and they haven't been able to impose their will at all in this ball game.
Yes.
And he takes that personally.
Yes.
He was hurt last year at the last ball game, could barely walk around, and would not come out of the ball game.
Draw
play. Yep. Up the middle, still going. Finally wrestled down inside the 40-yard line in the Eagles territory.
It's a new running back, 22, number Casey Hill, out of Oskaloosa, Iowa. So that's the 3rd different running back we've seen for Grandview.
And I'm going to look. I'll get stats before that one took place. See if I can rushing yardage. Of course, I'm not going to find it.
Grandview has 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right.
1 back. And that back
Zone
gets it.
Play. Oh, good penetration. Almost got there.
Out close to the 1st down again.
Running through some tackles there. Their running backs are. We're getting some guys there. They're just kind of running through those tackles. So, and to sure that up.
Before the last run, Grandview had 151 yards rushing. It's starting to wear on the Eagles.
Yeah, it will.
They've been on the field a lot.
There's we go. Good job.
Penetration.
91.
Derek DePorto.
Yes.
Derek DePorto. Yeah, from Milan. So he's the same spot as the quarterback is from.
Yeah, that was a good job. Good penetration.
And he's a freshman as well. So
good.
Maybe it was a package deal that came together.
Maybe. That's good to see. Big play here, 3rd and 5. Grandview going empty set. Central in a 3-man front.
Sullivan changes the play, looks to the sideline.
More of a nickel coverage with Central.
Get the play off with plenty of time. No penetration. Inside and dropped.
Whew.
That's a good thing because he had some room to run.
Yep.
That's
Carson Rollinger.
Rollinger drops that. He had a touchdown pass earlier. So
4th
now it's
down.
4th down, and maybe we'll see the kicking team see their field goal kicker, which would be Hamilton.
Watching him in pregame, Coach, he has the leg for this. This will be a 49-yard field goal.
With a little bit of breeze.
With the wind, which is always nice. Maybe we can get a block here.
Down, on the way. Hits the goal post and goes through. Hits the goal post, the crossbar.
Friendly bounce for Grandview.
If that had been a 50-yard field goal, it would have boinked
yes,
short.
Correct.
But it doesn't. So it's 31-0 now. Eagles just looking for some sort of a spark on offense. They get the ball, I believe, to start.
They do.
The second half, so
they do.
If they could score, they get the ball back to start the second half, they could cut into this. But the defense has to figure out how to stop the running game.
They do, and offense needs to move the ball. But all it takes is one little thing, even a good kick return here, maybe not even for a touchdown, but just pick, break one, get some really good field position. Just get any little spark going is all it will take. Blackman and Camel back deep for Central Methodist. Hamilton kicking for Grandview.
Last couple of kicks have gone into the end zone for going this direction. Camel, top of your screen. Blackman at the bottom. They back up now a little bit more, back towards the 5-yard line.
It's returnable.
Blackman's got it right inside the 1.
Oh, he dropped
and he
the
lost
ball.
the ball. It was not hit, just dropped it, and Grandview has it.
12-yard line. That's unfortunate. That was no contact. That's just a drop football.
Don't know if he was trying to move it from one hand to the other or it just maybe hit his hip.
I was watching the blockers up front. Sometimes it gets hot and sweaty. That ball just squirted out maybe. But, all right, defense needs to make a play here, Coach.
And you're asking a lot. You gave him a short field on a short
Yes.
on a short punt, and that didn't take long on a touchdown pass.
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, 1 rushing touchdown, and a field goal. Have 31 points on the board for the Vikings here in this first half. Sunny and hot in Fayette.
Yeah. Allie Scott back in at running back for Grandview, so I bet they're going to try to pound this ball a little bit here. Good penetration up front.
Yeah, breaks the
That's
tackle.
57, Connor Layton out of Springfield, Missouri, a junior for Central. It's a good job there. That interrupted that play. That's a loss of 1.
2nd and 11.
Hopefully now you're in a little more favorable down and distance for the defense and kind of maybe dictate some things that Grandview's going to do.
I'm looking at the the offensive line for starters for Grandview. 296, 294, 270, 272, 250.
Yeah.
They're
big.
A lot bigger than Central's.
Oh,
There's a dribble
yeah.
by number 10.
Fortunate there on that bounce. That's another loss.
Seth Jewell, who's got a touchdown reception in this ball game, lost it and bounced right back up to him. He loses a couple more, and it looks like 3rd and about 14 now.
Central played that play well there on defense. They stayed home. They weren't fooled by a little misdirection, double handoff, so they did a good job there.
And a lot of times when you see the ball hit the ground, you forget about your assignment and just start running to it, and he picks it right back up, and you're in the wrong spot. But not that time. Sullivan, 3 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. He looks to the top, throws across the middle, and it's dropped.
Good. They love those over routes over the middle there. Some people call them a dig route. The deeper ones, a dig route. Shorter routes, over routes. They're running that a lot.
I think that was Gates, perhaps, who missed that out of the backfield. And
field goal here from Hamilton.
This one's a lot shorter.
33-yarder.
He just hit a 49-yarder.
Yes.
That's like a chip shot. Didn't hardly even take a good whack at that.
But that's okay there. I mean, you give up the ball on the 12-yard line and defense. I would consider that a stop, giving up a field goal.
Yeah, I'd consider that a win right now.
Absolutely. So good for them. Good for the defense. They're getting some penetration up front, and that makes all the difference up there. So maybe they're getting some things ironed out, getting some personnel figured out. They can get some penetration.
Brad, you graduated here in 92.
Yes, sir.
You played 4 years of football?
Actually 5. I had to redshirt 1 year due to injury.
Okay.
So
And then you also play baseball.
Played 2 years of baseball, and then I played 2 years of golf.
So I ran you off from baseball.
No, you didn't. No, that was just one of those things, and I wanted to try something a little different, and so it was good. I enjoyed my time doing all three sports and made a lot of great friends and had a lot of good coaches and still stay in contact with them. And
I reconnected with Brad at a band concert.
Yes.
He was sitting and watching a band concert on the grass at the courthouse in Warrensburg.
Yes. Yep.
And I live in Warrensburg, and I found out that Brad lives in Warrensburg.
Yes. Yep.
So
my wife is from there, so say hi to my wife, Tori. She's listening today. So we like going to those community concerts on the courthouse lawn. And, yeah, I hadn't seen you for a long time. And
we were there because my daughter is in charge of that.
Okay, great.
She's the band director at Warrensburg High School.
Okay.
And the PA their announcer now this year is her husband, Chad Ray.
Mm-hmm.
So we got 3 grandsons there. So
great.
they're up doing the community band stuff, and we're watching the grandsons.
Great. Yeah, it was great to run into you, and I'm glad it led into this. All right, touchback on the kickoff. So Eagles got the ball on 25-yard line, middle of the field.
Low snap. Picked up and dropped for a 3 or 4 yard loss. Now they're only going to say a 2-yard loss. That's Cole. He's taking a beating back there.
Yes, he has. He's taking a couple of big shots. Eagles just need to calm down a little bit and get their bearings. Just try to get some positive yards here. And
2nd and
a
12.
couple first downs. You got a minute 35 left in the half. So
we'll have the Eagle band at halftime for you to watch and the dancers.
Quarterback zone keep.
Cole keeps it, gets back close to the original line of scrimmage, maybe picks up 1, so it'll be 3rd and 11. Eagles band under the direction of Skip Vandelicht and Steve Litweiler. And if you're from around the mid-Missouri area, those two guys together have probably 80-plus years of band direction experience.
And they do a great job. The band in their pregame show sounded great.
So we're not far away from that. 3rd and 11. Really don't want to give the ball back to Grandview again with any time and timeouts left, which is what is happening now. Outside screen.
Again now. That was a good tackle there by their linebacker. Timeout Grandview. 38 seconds left.
Yeah, they're going to use the clock now.
So, that play was open. That was just their linebacker beating the block of our receiver there and getting in on that tackle.
I know you can't see right now, Brad, but sitting right down in front of us is Roger Drake, president of the college.
Yep, I see him.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I say this almost every single broadcast. Central Athletics have gotten really good, and I give him a majority of the credit for that.
Yes.
He has given the coaches the tools to get some things done, and he expects them to get done.
Mm-hmm.
And you look, football made the NAIA playoffs for the first time. Volleyball made the NAIA playoffs. Both the men's and the women's soccer team finished top 4 again. Women's basketball team finished in the Final Four. Men's basketball team made the NAIA tournament. The baseball team made it. The softball team made it. So,
yes, it's great to see that, and I'm happy to see that.
Yeah, that's almost blocked. Let it roll. Don't pick it up.
Yep, all right. So that's another short punt. Grandview's going to take over on their own 38-yard line with 30 seconds left. So defense needs to get a stop here before halftime, not give up any more points.
1 timeout according to the clock left.
Yeah, I follow all the Central sports on social media, and I love seeing their success and the things that they have going on and the traditions that they're building and across the board. And that's exciting to see, and I hope it continues, and I hope it even gets better.
Sullivan walks up, tells the line what the signal is for this. Takes it, looks down the field, looks outside, throws down the field.
Good job.
high and gets
Good job.
almost gets his guy killed.
Good coverage setting
It's
deep on that.
Rollinger again, but that was high over his head. Took a hit.
Davey and Stockard on the coverage there.
And we must have had the clock continue to run. The officials telling the timekeeper what the time to put on.
22 seconds put back on, ran down to 18. They're wanting 22 seconds put back
And I
on.
thought the official had a microphone that he could use to talk to us all, but it has not been working today. He's still saying 22.
There they go.
There it is. So second down 10 on the incomplete pass.
Central in a three-man front, dropping multiple guys in pass coverage, trying to get
Looks
hands
right.
on them.
Guns it.
Pick it! Oh, dang.
Tipped and almost
Good
intercepted.
play, good play. That's okay. He was there, just got to catch that football.
Well, it changed direction on him and kind of got on top of him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's Joseph Slattery, number 16, a senior out of Pensacola, Florida. Good coverage right there.
Third down.
Did everything but catch the ball. Good play. All right, 3rd and 10.
Sullivan looks. 14 on the play clock. They haven't come close to a delay penalty yet.
Probably need Grandview probably need to pick up 7 or 8 yards here to maybe get in field goal position.
Yep. For another 49-yarder.
Yes.
Screen
middle screen.
in the middle.
Come on.
Scott going to pick up more than that. He's going to pick up enough for a first down. They'll stop the clock, and a timeout will be taken right there.
Clock stop with 9 seconds left. That's Grandview's first timeout.
So they got a chance to throw, in theory, 2 balls into the end zone if they want to.
And they don't have to throw it on the sidelines. They have 2 timeouts left, so they can still work the middle of the field here. So, which is not good for Central because, if they don't have timeouts, you can just defend the boundaries. But here they're going to have to defend the whole field, and they have 2 timeouts left. So it's a big stop, big play here for the defense.
Talked to Coach Mike Davis a little bit earlier in the week about his recruiting and his assistant coaches here. Talked to them a little bit about recruiting, and I said, how'd your recruiting go? And was told that they actually finished their recruiting yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That they have a player that's supposed to be here by Monday morning in class.
Yeah, all right. Good for them.
Yeah, transfer from Texas Tech.
Good.
Brad's looking at me. Their point guard last year was from West Virginia University.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they've got another one coming in that was from somewhere down Texas way.
Awesome. Good for them. All right, here we go.
1st and 10. First down is immaterial. They got time for about 2 plays. Looks end zone, throws it across the middle, finds it. If he stays in bounds, they're going to run out of time, or he might get it to the end zone.
1.4 left, 5-yard line. 1.4 seconds. Field goal. Yep, field goal team's coming on.
Anthony Johnson credited with the tackle.
Hamilton set to kick out of the hold of Kruszwitz.
As soon as they figure out where they're going to put it down. It looks like it's around the 5, so that should be around the 12, which would make it a 22-yard attempt. Looks like they're going to back up a little further than that, and they're going to put it down at the 14 after they take a timeout.
Delay game.
Oh, well.
Backing it up 5, give them a little better angle. Right-footed kicker from the right hash. Down deep.
Central, if that's the case, Central has the option
they could decline
it and keep it there, and we just go through this again.
Yep. Distance isn't an issue here. You start looking at angles for right-footed kicker and right hash, and the 5 yards will help him out a little bit.
So this will be the final play of the half. On the way. Good. And that makes it 37-0 at the half. Central will go recoup and try and come up with some options for the second half as they'll get the ball to start the second half. Grandview has done pretty much everything that Grandview wanted to do in this ball game.
Yeah, they have. Central's going to have to get in there and get some X's and O's figured out. I think, particularly up front on the offensive line and the defensive line both, and that's just where, they probably need to start and go from there.
Grandview has 299 yards of offense in the first half.
Yeah. That's a lot.
That's a lot of yards.
But, this is where, like I said earlier, you got to regroup and you got to come back out in the second half and play hard and stay in it.
Well, the problem is it's your first game of the year. You got a whole bunch of new people. You got to figure things out. So now you got to figure out what can our guys do to put us in the best position to get something done.
Yep.
So that's what they're doing. They're passing pizza out down below. I don't think they'll ever make it up here with that. But
I doubt it. With college students, it's not going to go very far.
Probably not.
Yeah, I remember those days.
But I don't know if you've watched any of the Central basketball games, but the women last year finished in the Final Four, and they have 4 of their 5 starters back.
Good.
They have a 6'5" girl.
Good.
From Canada. They have some 6'1s. We're going to watch the band. I hope that that's on. We got them on at halftime. We're going to put the mic up, turn us off, and let you listen to the CMU band.
Under the field command of Senior Drum Major Maureen Hennessy, Central Methodist University is proud to present the Sound of Central, the 2022 Marching Eagle Band. Sound Central opened today's show with a piece written by Peter Townsend and as famous by The Who, I Can See for Mine. The Sound of Central would now like to pay tribute to all of our fall sports athletes and wish them the best in their seasons. Please join the Sound Central as we bring on Fight Eagles.
All right, we're back. We got some halftime stats for you. They're up on your screen so you can see. It's 37-0 Grandview at the half. Passing yards, Grandview 147, Central 24. Rushing yards, Grandview 152, Central 20. That makes total yards 299 for Grandview, 44 for Central, 17 first downs for the Vikings as opposed to 2 for the Eagles. Brad's looking at the stat sheet right now. Anything else that kind of jumps out at you?
Well, the main thing, a couple things here. Third down efficiency, Grandview's 57%, 4 of 7. Converting on third down, Central's 14%, 1 of 7. Obviously, red zone chances, Grandview's 5 out of 5, and Central has not made it into the red zone yet. Possession time, teams don't worry about possession time like they used to. People like to go quick and run a lot of plays. So mainly that third down efficiency. Of course, it all snowballs. You're giving up that many running yards. It's gonna be hard to get off the field on third down, and then you're putting your defense back out there or keeping them out there. So, and then Central, being
we had a bad punt
1
early.
out of 7, yes.
Short field, and then the fumble on the kickoff that was about 12 yards. But Central's defense rose up and got a field goal.
They did.
Forced a field goal out of that. So,
and you got to look at the bright spots. The very first possession on defense, they were 3 and out. And then there at the end, they held them to a couple field goals, and they started getting some penetration up front. I feel like they subbed in some guys that were a little quicker maybe and could beat Grandview's bigger old linemen and get some penetration and disrupt that running game. So maybe we'll see a lot more of that here in the second half.
Allie Scott was the leading rusher for Grandview with 83 yards on 8 carries in the first half. Avery Gates had 39. Casey Hill had 30. Again, they had 299 yards of total offense. And Sullivan has spread the ball around very nicely. Rollinger has 2 catches with a touchdown. Scott's got 2 catches. And then 3 catches for Danielson. And then after that, Jules got a catch for a touchdown. Martin's got a catch. Wilcoxon's got a catch. And Bryant Barrier's got a catch. So spreading it around very nicely is Sullivan. And he is 11 of 18, 147 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no picks.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he had a great half, spreading the ball around 7 different receivers. That's tough to defend. And as an offensive coach there for Grandview, he's got to love that. And, defenses can't focus on one person. And, Central's going to have to find a way to get some pressure. At 37-0, you don't expect Grandview to come out and throw the ball a lot. I would anticipate him coming out and running the ball. So Central's going to have to step up and stop the run and keep Central's offense on the field. I think we received the opening kickoff here. So, like I said in the first half, we need to get a good return, need to get a good offensive drive, and like to see some points on the board right off the get-go and kind of, get everybody settled in a little bit. And it would help develop the confidence of our young backfield or quarterbacks, running backs to get some movement, get a good drive put together, and start getting a little confidence built.
Yeah, all you can do for Central right now is play with a little bit of pride and work on things that you're going to need later on in the season. You might as well start working on if your blocking is not being effective, you need to figure out how to make it effective.
Sure.
And try and play this half even,
sure, if
not better.
Well, and there's also a good chance for the coaches to maybe look at some different personnel if they wanted to. If they have a question with somebody, they can throw them in there for a series or 2 and get some good film study on that kid and evaluate some players and talent and see what they want to do moving forward.
Looking at the head coaches, Grandview's coached by Joe Woodley. He's their head coach for the Eagles in his 7th year here. Coach David Calloway, his defensive coordinator. Linebackers coach is Marty Stewart. Jacoby Bellard is the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach. And they've done a fine job. Last year they were picked to not do very much, and they won the Heart South.
Yes.
So they're picked 3rd in the Heart South this year, and a lot of that is because you lost You lost your quarterback, who is now starting quarterback at Southeast Missouri State University.
Yes, Paxton DeLaurent. I'm fortunate enough to know him, and he graduated from Camdenton High School, where I graduated from, and his dad and I coached baseball together down there for 5 years. So Paxton's a good kid, and he's going to do good things down there at SEMO. But he's a big thing to replace here for our offense. And
yeah, he was the number one quarterback, and he took almost all the snaps. Mm-hmm. And he was he was the leading rusher last year as well, with like 523 yards on the ground. So mm-hmm. You've lost your leader offensively, and your backs and your wide receivers. So we had a 3-time All-American wide receiver who's gone, so you have to
mm-hmm.
fill that hole. And then you've got to cut. You had a possession receiver that was really good, and you got to fill that hole. And your backs are all gone, and Aldridge didn't have a lot of carries, 10 carries or so last season. So it's just it's a lot to do.
And there will be growing pains, and that can be expected a little bit. So, you really just want to see what you got, evaluate your talent, and start building on things that you do well, and fix the things that you're having issues with.
Yeah, the only thing that you can do right now is work on getting better.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the Eagles are going to have to do that. They're going to have to work on getting better in this half.
And they'll play hard, and they're going to battle. You put in too much time and effort and work into playing college football to go out there and just run up the white flag. So that ball's going to go into the end zone.
End zone almost all the way through the end zone on the fly.
So, yeah, one thing that, college teams, it doesn't matter what level, what score is, they're going to play hard and they're going to battle because – guys are even playing for their positions, so they're not going to take plays off. So
yeah, the young guys get in the game want to prove they are deserving of
Absolutely.
more time. So you're gonna see some people with a lot of effort. Now it may not turn into a really good play,
mm-hmm.
but you're going to see them hustling to the ball and trying to make a play, trying to impress the coaching staff to get some more snaps with the first team.
Sure.
So Cole in the I formation, shotgun, low snap.
Christian
turns.
Bryce, a running back. It's a junior out of Kilgore, Texas.
Loses a yard and a half on the play. We'll call it 2nd and 12.
Again, Grandview's big up front. Their D-line, Central's going to have to look at try and get that ball on the perimeter, run the ball on the perimeter, do some different things. I'm sure they worked on maybe some different blocking schemes up front.
Cole out of there, picks up a couple of yards as he's flushed. The other thing is the Eagles have not stretched the field with any long passes.
No, they haven't.
So they're back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10.
That tackle was made by Nathan Collins at 52 out of Des Moines.
So when we watch the defense this time, we're going to see everybody creep up towards the line of scrimmage because there's no threat yet of a deep pass. So you got a lot of people in the box, a lot of people close up. 3rd down, 10.
Yeah, just not getting any time to throw.
I'm not sure that was. See who that is when it gets up. Yeah, that's Cole. It looked like it was a designed quarterback draw that just didn't go anywhere.
Punt team coming on.
4th and 14.
Workman set to punt. Grandview with 8 guys on the line. Probably going to set up for a return here if they can get it. Nope, they're walking everybody up now. They may be coming after it. Nope, false start.
Which might have been a good thing because there's 3 Grandview players back where the punter was in a hurry.
Yeah. That was a false start on Lannis McClinton there on the left tight end there, Central's punt formation. When Grandview ran those 2 guys up there, that made him flinch. And
the officials started walking the wrong direction. And
it would take whatever we can get.
Turned around and said, no, you're going to go that way with the ball. Don't go. go back towards the 10-yard line. Don't go towards the
Yeah.
20. So it puts it down at the 15.
Probably the officials' first game, too.
So it's 4th and 20 now. Standing on the goal line. Gets it away.
Good punt.
Nice punt. Coming
Seth
down at
Jewell
48.
return.
That's Jewell. He's got a touchdown catch. He's got yardage on the return as well. Knocked out of bounds.
It was well blocked by Grandview. Back down to the 28-yard line. That's a good return there. A 20-yard return.
And a short field again.
It's amazing how, in games like this, you calling defense, it seems like you always have a short field.
Yeah.
When
things are going bad.
You feel like you're on the field all the time, and you feel like you're always having a short field, not a lot of room to defend. So makes it tough on the coach and the players.
Sullivan, quick out. Wide
Good
receiver.
play. Well done. 14, that's Kawan Collins, D-back out of Columbia, Missouri. That was a good job there. He beat his blocker and got in on the tackle for a short gain.
And we talk, and it's gain of 3. It's like the big kid I saw running back at Capital City last night. He would get tackled and fall forward and pick up another yard and a half because he fell forward.
Yep. It makes a difference. It all adds up.
Sullivan, 2 wide receivers to the top, 1 at the back and a wing, 1 running back, motion. Scott.
Good job. Nice tackle.
Did they blow him down?
Kamel.
Yep. Muhammad Kyle. Because the thing was, he didn't think his knees hit the ground. He kept going, but the whistle blew.
That was a good tackle. Kamel went low, took his legs out, almost flipped him over in a cartwheel.
Joseph Slattery, who's easy to tell because of his hairdo, steps onto the field.
Get the wavy locks going. Mad flow, as my buddy calls it.
He originally came here as a quarterback, so
really?
Does that tell you anything?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Looks right down the middle. Steps up, throws outside.
Good
hit
open
immediately.
field
It'll be 4th and short.
Good open field tackle. Kawan Collins again.
Jewell with the catch, and it will be 4th down and about 2.
Good open field tackle. Boy, framed him up nice and wrapped him up. That was a good job.
Grandview is going to work on their 4th down plays as they keep their quarterback in. Crowd yelling, watch for the hard count. Watch for the running back up the middle.
Avery Gates at running back from Ankeny, Iowa. Ankeny. Motion
Looks
out.
outside. Throws it to him in the flat. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. And he's out of bounds inside the 10, down close to the 5.
Yeah, that's just outnumbering you. Motion that back out and get you outnumbered out there in the flat. And their receivers did a good job blocking our D-backs. And need to do what you can to get a stop here. Need to turn over some big play.
Sullivan just racking up stats right now. I suspect we'll see him a whole lot more. Gates jumps through the hole, gets down close to the goal line, turn back, and
1
it'll
yard
be
line.
down to the 1, so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 1.
It's just a simple zone play. All the linemen step to the right and running backs run to the right, and that play is designed for the running back just to pick his hole wherever he sees it. He can turn it up inside or he can bounce it out or whatever he sees, and there's really no set blocking assignments. You're blocking an area there as an offensive lineman.
2nd and goal. Sullivan going to be under center, and this might be about the first time that's happened today.
Yeah, it's been pretty rare. Scott at running back, little bootleg.
He's got Jewell wide open off of the play fake and a touchdown. That's Rollinger. That's his 2nd touchdown pass catch of the day.
Yep. Fake the run play one way and bootleg out. They ran Rollinger across the formation. You see that a lot now on play action passes. It's basically a one-man route. Hamilton set the kick again. Extra point.
Not tired yet.
he's getting the workout. He's got 14 points now, I think. He'll be leading the nation in scoring this week.
He'll be up there. So, Brad, where did you grow up? Where'd you come from?
So I grew up in Camdenton, down Lake of the Ozarks. My parents are both teachers. My dad coached assistant football down there for 25 years. He's also the head track coach for 30. And my mom taught elementary, and we have a family farm down there. So grew up my whole life there, graduated from Camdenton, and fortunate enough to play football and baseball down there. And we had a good run of football and won a state title there my senior year. And
what position did you play?
I was a kicker, kicked extra points and field goals, and that's what I did here at Central, and kicked extra points and field goals here at Central. So it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I'd go back and do it all again.
So you were a Laker.
Yes, sir.
All right. Went down there and did a ball game one time and couldn't get any cell coverage down in that bowl. My wife was trying to climb the hill with a hot spot behind
Yeah.
it, and I looked up, and she had fallen down and skinned her knee up, and she was coming back down with her head, shaking her head. She wasn't going up any further.
Yeah, there's a lot of that down there. Hamilton's kickoff going into the end zone, so Eagles have a
And through
touchback.
again.
Yeah, it was a good place to grow up. A lot of football tradition. You know, Camden has 5 state titles in their football program's history, and it was a lot of fun. I got to be a part of the program as a little kid. My dad was coaching. I was a ball boy and that kind of thing, so it was a lot of fun.
Well, enjoyed having you here at Central, and I got a chance to coach you for a couple of years. You were
Yes.
one of our pitchers
Yes.
with some other real characters that were there at the same time.
There's a lot of us. I don't know how you guys survived dealing with us, but we had a lot of fun.
I still see Alan Marshall and Paul Bailey on a fairly regular
Yep.
basis.
Yep.
Rick Armentrout, the outfielder, lives in New Franklin, not
Yep.
far from here.
I played in the Lujan Athletic Golf Tournament with them last summer. I couldn't play in it this summer because I had a conflict on that date. So I got to see all those guys and a bunch of other people. You know, that's one thing Facebook's been great for, is keeping track and keeping in touch with guys and
You talk about
girls that you went to school
the
with.
Doc Lujan Golf Tournament. His son Steve will be here with me the next time we
Great.
have a home ball game.
Yeah.
There's a fake.
He's
throw.
a coach here for us, assistant coach here for us when I was playing.
He retired. He was over in Columbia coaching. Stephen was. He is now on staff up at Lee Summit or Blue Springs.
Okay.
His son-in-law is the head coach, and he's got his father-in-law to come help him.
Awesome.
So yeah,
Great.
I don't know how everybody is with their father-in-law, but
Hey,
that's got to be a unique situation.
I bet it's a good deal.
I bet he's having a ton of
Third
fun.
and 1 here for Central. They need to pick up this first down here.
Well, you got to push harder than that.
Yeah.
You got to hit the end of the line, and
Looked
they're
like
not
a
going
little
to get there.
confusion in the backfield there with the quarterback and running back.
Oh, Malin Cole is pleading with the sideline to go for it on 4th and a yard.
Well, yeah, I mean, at 44-0, there's not a lot to lose, but
They look like they're going to send the kicking team out, and Cole is just beside himself. Come on.
Yeah,
Give us a chance for a yard.
yeah,
And he's going to have that conversation when he gets to the sideline.
yeah.
1 yard.
But, you know, if you do go for it and you don't get it, you give Grandview a short
Yeah,
field.
we've already
again,
been
and
down that road once.
that would be beating the dead horse there.
There's a nice kick.
Yeah, nice high punt right in the middle. Whoop, all right. A little sketchy catch there, but got it done. Seth Jewell on the return. Evan Workman with the punt. That was a nice punt. Good coverage, too.
You got 44-0. I wonder how much longer you take the chance of running your first team.
Yeah,
out on
you
the
know,
field.
that's
I know you got a lot
always-
of things to work with first
Sure.
game of the year, but
Sure. You know, you want to get your guys, you know, you got to, you know, keep them in playing shape, and you want to be sure you give them a good look. And, you know, they have a new running back in here now, Casey Hill, senior.
he had 30 yards in the first half,
Yeah.
and he gets the ball and gets tattooed to spun backwards at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, good tackle there by number 9, Davian Stockard for Central. Gain of 6.
2nd and 4. I would guess this would probably be about the last series that you might see the starters. I would think fourth quarter you want to get some people some work.
Yes.
Sullivan's under center again.
A different running back in for Grandview. 23.
Hands it off, gets first down.
Bitshume, Tyler Bitshume, picks up a first down.
Bitshume, a senior from Humboldt, Iowa. Picks up 6, needed 4, got 6. First and 10.
Some subs coming in here. Caleb Justice from Jeff City.
And was it 90? Evan Cox maybe from Columbia checks in.
Derek DePorto from Milan is back in. Central in a 4-man D line.
Eric Mays on an island down at the bottom of the screen. They
play.
turned and hand off.
Still picking up 5-6 yards every play.
Yeah, every single time. And that's this 6 this time, so it'll be second down and 4.
You see the running back getting through that first level, that D-line level, without anybody getting any hands on him. And, you know, that's going to be tough to stop.
We had a lineman last year's last name was Ganaway. Mm-hmm. He was listed at 6 foot 340, but he had several more biscuits than 340. But he kind of gummed things up in there. He was hard to move around.
Yep.
He couldn't run right up the middle. You had to go somewhere else because he was in the middle.
You need that. You need somebody up front, you know, up inside on those down guards that can not get pushed back into your linebackers. And Eagles are just kind of, I would say, maybe outmanned up front right now, Coach.
Yeah, they've the size differential has been evident in most of this ball game.
Yes.
I'm going to look here in a second if I get a chance at what the stats look like. Oh, that's out in front, dropped.
Dropped, incomplete. There's a little bubble screen. Trying to work that outer perimeter there on the bubble screen and
got in a hurry.
Yeah, that's just, anymore that's just a glorified run and play. Used to, you toss sweep and try to get your tailback out there. And, in the last few years with the, hurry up offense and everybody starts throwing that bubble screen, then they'll fake that and they'll come back and run the tunnel screen back up in the middle. Central's run that about 3 times today, I think. So it's a good combination to have.
Grandview's up to 359 yards of offense at 299 at the half.
Casey Hill back at running back for Grandview, 2nd and 10.
Hands off, goes his
job.
Right. Stood up behind a line of scrimmage and taken down right there.
34. That's Bailey Proctor out of Fort Smith, Arkansas. That's my mom's hometown. Nice play there.
3rd and 11 as they lost 1 on the play. They've been mostly a running team, but they've been a pretty efficient throwing the football.
They have, and yes.
Sullivan's 15 of 23 for 170 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He has run this offense very well. 5 on the play clock. Gets it off, looks, slant. Taken down, but it'll make it 4th and about 4 from the 29.
Tackled by 28, Anthony Johnson for the Eagles out of Moorcheese, New York. Long way from home.
That's the thing. There's a lot of athletes from a lot of different places.
I love to see that. It's always impressive to see how wide-ranging Central's reach is in recruiting. That's a great deal.
4th and 4.
Big play. Be nice to get a stop here.
Turn it over.
Look for that middle.
Outside again. Little wheel route.
Out of bounds. Good job.
See where they mark him.
He's short. That's a turnover on downs. Good job, defense.
That's the second time they did it. They did it on the first series of the ball game, and they do it here.
Yep. But, those are things there, Coach, you start building on, and you start pushing that on your defense. Hey, we got to stop. We can do it. Just got to be home and take care of your assignment. So now the offense needs to take a little spark from that, move the ball a little bit, and pick up some first downs and hopefully string a scoring drive together.
Cole back out. He's 6 of 11 for 24 yards, but he really hasn't had much time to look for a second or third choice. He's just got to throw. He can't check down because he doesn't have time.
Vroman's in at running back, the Fayette product. Run up the middle, tackled by number 10, Nate Ewell.
Roman last year, 12 ball games, 2,901 total yards in high school.
Yeah.
And I looked it up on Max Preps. He was in the top 5 nationally in yardage.
Nice.
In games.
What class is Fayette?
2.
2, yeah. Yep.
And the locals got a win last night over Carrollton.
Good.
Pass outside, too far, incomplete. I'll make it 3rd and 10.
Yes. Good coverage out there.
Got to be careful with that because that's going to get jumped one of these times. That corner is going to just decide it's an out and I'm going to go.
I always get nervous throwing those flat routes there in down your own end of the field because one little mistake and it's a touchdown the other way and there's nothing you can do about it.
I did Warrensburg High School at Capital City last night. They have Warrensburg has a sophomore quarterback. His first pass attempt as a varsity quarterback was a pick 6.
Uh-oh. Who ended up winning that game?
Capital City did 24-14.
Okay.
And sacked behind the line. This is Capital City's a really new high school. And I think this is either the 2nd or the 3rd year that they've had seniors.
Yes.
4th down after that loss.
Now Cole got sacked there, got up limping a little bit, kind of holding on to his hip a little bit. Hopefully he's okay.
It might be time to let somebody else have a run at it. Maybe if you got one that can throw the ball. Yep. Matt Luna got a little work last year in some games.
Workman back to punt.
Jewell standing back there. This one is going to go off the side, maybe take a good hop. It does.
Got a good bounce.
It goes out about the 48, 49-yard line. Defense back out on the field.
44-0 Grandview. Now you just need to get another stop. You just need to start stacking defensive stops on top of each other and start getting that confidence back with your defensive group. A lot of football left, and really today there's a lot of football left in the season, so you got to start putting positives together.
Drake Miller in at quarterback, a senior out of Fort Dodge, Iowa.
Zone play.
Hands it off.
Gain of 5.
It's Casey Hill, the back. And we got a player down on the field with this heat. Could be any number of different things. Saw something last night that I didn't think that was supposed to happen. Had a player go down for Capital City, and he just scooted off the field by about 2 yards, and they continued playing.
Really?
Yeah, I thought that's pretty dangerous.
Yep,
if you run
normally,
don't run the ball that direction. Go the other way and stay away from that young man because he's defenseless over there.
Yeah, normally they make him clear. Yeah, it looks like a cramp.
Only it's hot. There's no doubt about that.
Surprise, really. That's our first one of the day.
Yeah, really it is. I think we've had one water break, and that's about it.
Yep.
Otherwise, we've played right along. Going to look at the stat numbers for you. 364 total yards for Grandview, 45 total yards for Central, which is, I think, what they had at halftime.
Yeah. Maybe 40, yeah. Still working on that cramp. Going to have to get on the pickle juice or mustard.
The thing is, a lot of teams will start with a cupcake. Mm-hmm. We got the number 2 team in the nation.
Right.
In our
and that's something, too, you have to keep in perspective, no matter what the score ends up being and everything. But, you got to keep that in perspective of the team you're playing and the quality they are. And not let it negatively impact your whole season.
That's Stockard, and he's able to jog the last few steps off the field. So second down, long 5 for the Eagles. Again, Drake Miller in at quarterback. Casey Hill in the backfield. A little more spread out than normal. They got a wide receiver spread out at the bottom of the screen. Hill with the carry. Finds his way through and picks up
first down.
About 9 yards on the play.
Had a good job there on the D line. 32 there for Central. Caleb Justice out Jeff City held his guy up, and he turned it back in, made the run back, turn back inside, and there just wasn't any help pursuit from the inside out. So good job by Justice there stopping that point of contact.
He is a transfer from the University of Central Missouri.
Okay. All right.
He's a Warrensburger.
Yeah.
Was a Mule for a bit.
Yeah. Well, now we're glad to have him here in Fayette.
This is 23 breaking through and getting pounded at the end. That's Vitchum again.
It was a big hit by Central's number 1, Donald Garland, out of Lathrop, California. It's a big hit.
Yeah, but
unfortunately, it's enough for a first down, unfortunately.
Yeah, when your first contact is your D-back, you've got some problems defensively, and that's kind of where we've been. The offensive line has dominated this ball game for Grandview. They've run the ball wherever they want to run the ball.
They're obviously big and they're mobile, but they stay on their blocks. They do a good job of staying with their blocks and not letting Central's defense get off of them.
That's Hill, I believe, who's just still struggling and getting down inside the 10.
Dragging bodies right at the 10-yard line.
And side official says it's first and goal, tells the chain crew to stop. The other thing that happened at the ball game last night, we couldn't start the second half because the chain crew wasn't back in place to start, so we had to wait for, it wasn't obvious when they were running across the end zone to get the chains.
Right.
The game was waiting on them.
It's funny what all happens during the course of a game. Lights going out, scoreboard's not working, chain crew, whatever. So Grandview back more of their normal bunch set here.
And off Hill, tripped up in the backfield.
And they're bringing that play side slot back across to pick up backside pursuit. Started seeing that a lot of upper-level teams there the last couple of years.
That's Kamel again who made the hit behind the line of scrimmage and disrupted the play.
Second and goal to 7. We're going to have into the third quarter. About 5 seconds left in the third quarter here.
Everybody's walking off, so Grandview will have the ball inside the 10-yard line. When we come back, it's fourth quarter. We'll stay here. We'll talk to Brad a little bit more about his time here. So you had who as a football coach when you were here?
So Larry Anderson was our head football coach. Some of the assistants, Steve Phipps, Jim Grassdorf, Coach Ross, Coach Tillman, Coach Lujan. They were all on staff at different times. And, so Coach Anderson was our head coach. We were more of a wishbone running team back then.
Coach Anderson, for those of you that may not be old enough to know, played quarterback here at Central and then came back as the football coach, and then he was the athletic director for a while. Mm-hmm. And then he went to the classroom. And I think the last I heard, he was in the admissions department.
Yeah.
And teaching class again. So
well, I haven't seen him for a while. The last I saw him, he was doing some radio games, and I was coaching at a school up by Kansas City, and he came and covered one of our games. So
I saw him walk past a while ago. And then you had Coach Phipps. That was your baseball coach.
Yes. Coach Sherman also coached the golf team back then. He was our golf coach the 2 years I played golf.
And now he's the athletic director here after 39 years as the head coach of the basketball team.
What a career, and just all the accomplishments he has and everything he did. And he's a great ambassador for this university, and I'm happy for him. I'm happy he's getting the chance to move up and do some different things.
Throw into the end zone, and it's almost a touchdown, and then it's almost an interception, and then it's almost a touchdown again as it went through a wide receiver's hands. passed a Central player to another Grandview receiver in the back of the end zone who wasn't able to hold on. So it will be 3rd down and goal from about the 7-yard line. As this quarterback, I don't know if Central knew that Drake Miller was a lefty because he rolled that way and pulled the ball back and threw it from the left side.
Whole different ball game.
It is when it's got a different spin on
Yes.
it and you're going a different direction than you're normally going.
Yep.
Everybody wants to roll right. He's rolling left. So 3rd and goal for the Vikings. Going to hand it off and get into the end zone. No, stuffed it to 1.
Good tackle there at the 1.
They're still pushing the pile. Now it's going backwards. Not going to push it into the end zone.
That was a
I've
good
never
collision.
understood that when they're stood up and the offensive linemen and all can come from behind and push him in the end zone, it continues.
Yeah.
When the defense stands him up and starts pushing him
done.
backward, that's the end of the play.
Once that forward momentum stops, especially these days with safety and concussions and everything, the referee's going to have a short whistle unless the offense is pushing forward.
4th and goal from the 1.
I want to get a stop here, Central.
Hands it off.
Yes,
and
sir.
They do. They
nice.
stack it up.
Awesome. Good for them. And again, that's just going to add to that confidence for later. Good for them.
I talked to Eric Trells is going to join me. He's a wide receiver and just went into the Hairston Hall of Fame here at Central.
Mm-hmm.
He was, I remember, and I talked to him about it. There was a play here when he was here. Culver was playing and punted the ball down to the 1-yard line. Bill Holmes was the coach here, and he was a friend of Don Coryell.
Uh-huh.
And Central came out of the huddle in the shotgun from their own 1, 5 wide.
Yep.
And Tom Stein threw a 99-yard touchdown pass to
Nice.
Eric Trells.
Nice.
So I have Eric Trells coming in to do a ball game with me, and there is a slight possibility he might bring Tom Stein with him.
That'd be great.
And the game they're covering is Culver.
Even better.
So
that would be great.
How would that line up karma-wise in this great synthesis of life that I get the two? They hold the record. I mean, that's a record that'll never be broken. 99-yard touchdown
Absolutely.
pass.
I bet that was exciting.
Bill Holmes was so far ahead of his time when he coached here. He had 4 wide receivers, 5 wide all the time.
Yep.
He came out of it. Tom Stein threw for 572 yards 1 week and was in Sporting News as the small college player of the week. 2 weeks later, he threw for 3 more yards at 575.
Nice.
So.
Well, and back then, everybody ran the ball, and so it was tough to defend.
And Holmes would take a penalty so he could have more yardage to pass the ball.
Yeah.
And on extra points and field goals and stuff, he ran the swinging gate.
Yeah.
And he would actually run the play with all the linemen on the side.
Yep.
Because his son was the center with an eligible number on him. And if you didn't cover him when he snapped the ball, he was just going to turn around and catch the ball and get in the end zone for 2.
We ran the swinging gate when I was kicking here.
Did you ever get to throw the ball?
No. Never.
Did they know better?
We ran a couple fakes, but it was snapping it across the field to our running back and letting him run it in for 2. They didn't.
Cole with the fake tries to get some room out of there from the 1 on 2nd and 10, gets out to the 5, so it'll be 3rd down.
They didn't want any part of me running or throwing the ball, Coach, and especially
you threw a baseball.
Well,
fine.
I did, but we had it in the playbook. We ran it in practice, but we never ran it in a game. So.
Was Alan Marshall here when you were here?
Yes, he was.
He's still around town here.
Yeah.
I saw him the other day when I was up here. He's an insurance salesman now.
Yes.
And lovingly called Worm.
Yes.
There's a pass dropped. That would have been a first down. That's Aaron Edwards who had the ball in his hands, got hit, lost it. So it'll be 4th down and about 7 for the Eagles, and they'll have to kick from their end zone.
Yeah, I've been fortunate to stay in touch with a lot of guys from back then, and I've enjoyed it, and I love seeing everything they accomplish and seeing their families and their kids growing up, and some of the.
Alan got here in the first game. You as a pitcher know this. When you're throwing the ball to the catcher, warming up and everything, you're giving hand signals about what you're throwing so they know when it is. Alan Marshall got on the mound, looked in, got his signal, and flipped his glove that he was throwing a fastball. Don't have to tell that. That's going to be almost blocked.
Caught at the 40.
Right up the middle, still going. Kicks outside. One going to be knocked out of bounds just about from where Central punted that from.
Seth Jewell on the return.
So Central just stopped them on 4th and goal, and it's going to be 1st and goal again.
Yeah.
'99 just checked in. That's Sam Tillman from Pea Ridge, Arkansas.
Been there. Toured the War Memorial down there.
Can't see the number of the quarterback.
7.
That's who was just
Drake
in.
Miller.
Hands it off up the middle, and that one is into the end zone, and that is Casey Hill for the touchdown. That makes it an even 50, I think.
Yes. Hamilton set to kick again. Yeah, it's tough to put your defense in that position over and over and over.
Yeah, you get the high, the up of stopping it on 4th down. You punt it, and you're right back out there in the same situation again on 1st and goal.
You know, when you're playing defense, it's almost like you don't get a break. It's like you're just on the field all the time. So.
And the 3 and outs have been plentiful for Central today, and the defense gets no chance.
Yes.
They've got tents up, but you get 2.5 minutes of a break. You can't make any adjustments.
Yeah.
You can't really get much of a break anyway.
No, there's a little bit of breeze blowing today, but it's hot. It's hot down on the field on that turf. You don't have just an endless string of guys to put in there too, you know, so.
I've seen your Facebook post this week. Your fan club should be growing with your performance today.
Well, I don't know. This is something I always thought would be fun to do, and I appreciate the invite.
Well, I hope it has been fun for you to do, no matter what.
I've loved it. I don't know that I've been good luck for the Eagles, but I've enjoyed doing it, and I appreciate you asking me.
We do a lot of these games, and if you ever want to do this as a sidelight, we'll get you set up.
All right. I don't rule out anything.
My crews cover Boonville and Warrensburg. And we got a crew out on the west side of the state that covers a bunch of teams, and I'll tell you right after this punt return. Yeah, across the 25.
Pretty good return, out to the 27-yard line.
We got crews that cover Clinton, El Dorado Springs,
Butler,
Adrian.
Yeah.
All out in there, and then
nice.
Then we got a cruise. We got a bunch in St. Louis where the home company is.
Yeah,
they cover a bunch. We got Valley Catholic down in St. Genevieve.
Oh yeah,
they had a game last night with a St. Louis school, and our numbers are usually for a high school football game somewhere between 600 and 800. Valley Catholic gets 2,000 people to watch their game.
Wow, that's awesome.
And the population of St. Genevieve is 8,000.
Yes,
and they have 2,000 people watching.
Well, they're a storied high school football program, and they're going to have a lot of followers.
Yeah, I grew up in St. Genevieve. I know all about Valley Catholic
all right.
and their football program, and I think they are either tied with Webb City for the most state championships in football, or they're one behind Webb City. Yeah. So it is what it is.
No,
and they keep getting bumped up. I think they're either a Class 3 or Class 4.
Yeah,
because be a 1.
Yeah, Miss has started that performance standard.
In fact, we broke that news to them during a ball game once.
Really?
Yeah, we had their athletic director on at halftime with somebody from Misha. Mm-hmm. And the Misha guy said, "Oh, by the way, you've been bumped 2 spots. You're up 2 classes next year."
There's a good run there. A little quarterback scramble.
Cole getting some yardage out of that.
And bring up 3rd and 2. And then, moving the ball a little bit here and buying some time for the defense. And be nice to pick up a couple first downs here.
There was a time a couple of years ago that Misha brings back the 25-year anniversary team for football at halftime of a state championship game. It was Valley Catholic in the state championship game, and the 25-year team was Valley Catholic, and it was their dads.
Yeah, nice. I bet that was fun for them.
Same play.
Get up there.
Dive across for a first down.
Good job. Yeah, that was a designed quarterback run. They pull that backside lineman around the corner and lead block for him. So that's a designed run. That was
Trent
nice.
Byers is easy to pick out. He's 68 with the red hair.
Yes.
So
yes. Moves well. Got around the corner well. Picked up a good block. Sealed the linebacker inside and opened up that run lane.
Cole set now. And going to take a timeout. He's throwing up right now, by the way.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Takes a timeout. I have a story about that. I was doing a Division III district tournament for NCAA ball, and it was a team out of Tennessee, and it was the right fielder who was coming in to close the ball game out. He went to the mound. He walks the first batter, turns around, goes down on a knee. And I'm working with my boss from Prepcast in St. Louis, and I said, he's down on one knee. I don't think he feels very well because I can see what he's doing. He's throwing up. My boss, who's with, goes, maybe he tweaked something in that last at bat. And I said, no, he doesn't feel well. And about that time, he started letting loose again. He goes, oh, he doesn't feel well. We actually got on Deadspin and some other sites for it was they commented on our golf-like demeanor while he's out there throwing up.
Nice. I think he's going to have to come out of play.
Well, if they take a timeout.
Yeah.
If they take a timeout, he can stay.
Oh yeah, they did. Okay.
I'm just saying if they took a timeout, which they had to because he was throwing up.
Yeah.
Have the huddle over here. Don't have it back there.
Yes.
Can you spot the ball on the other side of the field? And the other part of the player throwing up on the field, first base umpire is walking over to see what's going. He sees what's going on and makes a hard left that goes towards home plate.
Not messing with
Not
it.
interested at all.
Yes. Got a new quarterback in here.
Is this one of the running backs?
18.
Nope, 18. Could be a lateral.
Incomplete. 18 is Matt Luna.
He got some time last year.
From Tosca, Texas.
Is he going to stay in as the quarterback for a couple of plays? Might as well.
Yep. Central running a lot of subs in and out now.
Luna's a junior, 6 foot, 185. Directing traffic sends Vroman out wide, empty backfield. He's going to look for Vroman, not there. Rolling this way and just throws it away. Going left, being a righty, just throws it out of bounds. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Good decision there. Nobody open. You don't want to try to squeeze something in there and get intercepted. Don't want to take a sack
you're working for
either.
some playing time. You certainly don't want to make a bad choice there right in front of your coach.
Live to find another play, 3rd and 10. You pick up another first down. Keep the chains moving.
And easier to see the clock now, 11:08, so there's lots of time left.
Yes.
Vroman can't figure out. Now he's going to come out wide. They like to spread him out and throw it in his general direction. Luna across. Ball stripped and knocked out.
Took his eyes off of it. 13, Jonathan Blackman. Took his eyes off of it. You could see that.
Yeah, wants to run before he catches it. So 4th down. And the bad part is that stops the clock on the incompletion, so the clock doesn't run.
But, that's a good play there, though. He's open. Quarterback made good read, good throw. And he'd probably maybe pick up the first down there and just, it's just little things like that that can be fixed.
Something positive.
Yep. Fix that little stuff and it'll help out.
There's a nice punt, end over end, drives back, and a fair catch.
Good job. Good punt.
That's Seth Jewell, who's been back there
yards.
the whole time today.
Good punt.
Still see a bunch of the starters out there. Eric Mays, LaMarcus Washington. Kamel's out there. Looking down, I see a interesting player for Central Methodist who hasn't made it in the game yet. Number 88, Riley McLean, a freshman kicker from Kirksville. And that's Riley as in a female kicker.
Yep.
And we have a
Good for her.
We have a female official here today as well.
Yes. Yeah. The back judge. She's doing a good job. Good for Riley, coming out kicking. You got to see her make a few kicks in pregame warm-up. And
there's
it's good to see.
Another one of the basketball ball boys on the side, Charlie Bronikowski, one of the best set of hair you got anywhere around. He's about 6'8" with his hair. When it's mashed down a little bit, he's more like 6'5".
Yes.
From Boonville. That's why I know who he is by looking on the sideline. New running back in. Picks up some yards. That is Tim Nimley, sophomore from Muscatine, Iowa. They are loaded with Iowa players.
Yes, they are. I have a friend of mine that lives in the Quad Cities. I took a picture of their roster and texted it to him. So good for them, though, for recruiting local, keeping those kids in state.
They are a power in football, and
Sure.
they are a power, I believe, in men's basketball, if I can remember
Are
correctly.
they?
Yeah. They lost one game in the regular season last year, and Central beat them at Central.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
And they lost early in the playoffs.
Yeah.
For 2 losses on the season, but Central beat them here on the home court.
There's a good collision there. Nolan Cobb's a linebacker there for Central out of St. Louis. Good, hard physical tackle.
So Jeff Sherman, after his 39 years as head coach of the basketball program, turns that over to his son, Matt,
Yes.
to take over.
Yes.
So 39 years from Matt, and the Shermans will have dominated more than half a century of basketball at Central Methodist
That's
University.
Awesome. That's just a great thing. That's one of the main things I love about Central is, there hadn't been a lot of turnover in the coaching ranks, and that stability matters a lot, especially in the recruiting department.
Handoff. Close to a first down. Looks like he may have it.
Moving the chains.
Yep, they are. So that will move the game along, and it'll be first down from the 40-yard line.
Clock's running, 8.5 minutes left in the ball game.
Connor Layton checks in on the defense. There will be some tired folks in the green uniforms.
Yes.
In the green and black.
You're always more tired when you're on the wrong side of the score.
Yeah, when the offense never gets tired when they're scoring.
Right.
They're doing as much as the defense, but they're not tired. Handoff.
Yeah, Grandview pulling those 2 backside guys, lead blocking there.
Nigel Vaughn with the tackle. Vaughn is a sophomore out of St. Louis.
The old football coaches would call that the counter tray. The Redskins used to run that with Riggins and pull the guard and the tackle. And the new thing now is to pull a guard or a tackle and then that backside slot back or wing back and lead him up around. It's just a different way of running the same kind of play.
Got some new bodies in for Central.
And, this is a good opportunity for them to get their self on film. Coaches be able to evaluate them and get a good look at them. And good shifty
hands
run
it
there.
off. Yep, 24 on the offense. That's Nimley again.
He looks like a little scat back compared to the other guys that have been out there running. He's quick and shifty.
Yeah, he's not on the 2 depth, so they're down to 3rd or 4th string. They don't list their height and weight on their program.
Yeah.
Alan Cole is wandering the sidelines looking for people and water and encouraging, trying to get back on the field.
Yeah. They might hide his helmet. Jet sweep
to the wide receiver, and it is wide open down that side, but run down very nicely. And that was Cade Summers, sophomore out of Ankeny.
Yep, that was a well executed play on Grandview. Got the corner sealed. And a lot of running room there, a lot of space.
Ball at the 21-yard line as the clock continues to run.
I'd like to see the defense get a stop here.
6.5 left. Handoff. Tries to get outside.
Good job. Good tackle there. Number 5, Eric Mays, senior out of Marshall, Missouri. Nice tackle on that off-tackle play there. Short gain.
2nd and 9. Nobody seems to be in a big hurry, and there's really no reason to be in a big hurry.
Nope, they're running that clock.
9 on the play clock. Miller bumps into his running back, slows things down a little bit. Gain of about a yard after that collision in the backfield.
That was tackled by number 8, Daniel Miles, Grand Terrace, California. Running back and quarterback running into each other helps out a lot on being able to get some penetration.
Miles is a 6'2", 260-pound junior. We had Will Miles last year at about 6'7". He tried to play basketball, but he played basketball like he played football, and that didn't work out too well.
Jet sweep again, around the corner.
Going to be a first down inside the 5. It'll be 1st and goal. Will Miles could play about 2.5 minutes and pick up his 4 fouls and go to the bench.
Yeah.
He was a very brief appearer.
Give
Giving
somebody
a blow,
short break.
Yeah, giving a very short break on the bench. Hurry
Yes.
up and get your water and all because Will's racking up the fouls right now.
Yes.
Coach Sherman had some bad luck the last couple of years. He had a 6'11" kid from South Africa. Couldn't get back from South Africa during the COVID issues, and then got back and tore his Achilles in the second practice of the season. So 2 years of not having a 6'11" kid.
Yeah. Oh, good play there. Came in off the edge, nice and short.
Is that Kamel?
Kamel. Yep, that was a good play.
He's racking up the tackles today.
Yep, that was a nice play.
Miller looks to the sideline. 15 on the play clock. Got plenty of time.
Yep.
3:30 to go in this fourth quarter. Handoff. Tries to go wide. Stood
Good
up.
tackle.
Gang tackle over on the side.
49, Cameron Essick, D lineman senior out of Branson, Missouri. It's a nice play there. Kept his leverage, and the running back bounced it outside, and he kept his outside arm free and able to make that tackle for almost no gain. That was a nice job. Well played there.
My broadcast partner from the past few years taught me that a convergence of Eagles is a convocation.
Convocation.
Did you have to go to convocations when you were here at school?
No, we
Okay.
did not.
We did. I did.
Yeah.
You had to go to 3 every semester.
Really?
Yeah, and you had to sign in.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
whether you want to go watch ballet or something, there's a flag, and that'll be a penalty. Move Grandview back a little bit.
That'll help.
We'll make it 3rd and goal and move it back to about the 7. Been a pretty penalty-free ball
It
game.
has. There's only been 4 or 5 penalties all day. That's nice. You can see some games where there's 15, 20 penalties and can't get in any rhythm.
So So 3rd down and goal now from about the 8-yard line. Naked bootleg, looks into the end zone, throws.
Make a play.
And it is knocked away.
Nice. Good job. Number 5 there, Eric Mays, good coverage on the Grandview receiver there in the back corner of the end zone, intended for Matt Plunkett. That was a good job, good coverage. He didn't bite on the play action fake and carried out his assignment and then made a good play when the ball got there.
So now here comes a tough decision for Grandview. It's a no-win situation for them. If you kick the field goal, you're running it up.
Yeah.
You go for it on 4th down and you make it, you're running it up.
Yeah.
They really don't have much they can do. I guess the nice thing would be you take a knee and don't score. But
the next nicest thing is you just run the ball, But
and I'm sure that's where they'll go with it, and they do.
Good job.
Met at the 5.
Good stop.
To the 4.
Good job.
And the Eagles will take over again, back inside the shadow of their own goalpost. But that's 3 times in this ball game that the Eagles have stood up in the goal line situation and not allowed a touchdown. So it could be a lot worse.
Tackle by Slattery and Kamel there. They've done a good job. That was a good job. Again, we're piling positive things up with our defense and something to build on moving forward.
Luna's back out at the quarterback position. Bryce as the running back.
Like to see him get some points on the board. Minute 55 left, a long way to go, but like to see us maybe pop something free and
low snap handled by Cole. Gets it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Had 2 or 3 of those today where that snap's been at the shoe tops. And
I mentioned earlier that President Roger Drake down in front of us, I've threatened him in the past with dropping a headset to him. And he said that would be okay.
I bet he would love it. I bet he would love it.
If he is in Fayette, he is at everything.
Yeah. Yep.
He's just
great. That's great.
He's a great leader.
That's great.
He's at the top.
Run play.
All that work, and it got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yep, he broke 2-3 tackles there. That was
got a stoppage.
Really good effort.
We got a flag anywhere, or what's the deal? It's 3rd down.
And Christian Bryce running the ball. Junior out of Kilgore, Texas. A lot of effort there for little or no gain.
Yeah, I don't know why they stopped the clock.
I don't either.
Wasn't a flag, wasn't an injury. Yep. They've started it, but it's back running again now.
Yep.
We're under a minute to go. Not the start that Central wanted, but there's been a lot of distractions and a lot of things going on this week here.
Absolutely.
There's through the hole a little bit. I think looks like that might be Vroman.
Yep. And, building at the end on the positive things they got done and carry that into next week. And you just got to keep that attitude that things are going to get better and turn around and going to get to where you want to be.
4th down. They don't have to snap it, but I don't know why you wouldn't take advantage of one more play. If you don't make a 1st down, so what?
Yeah,
I'd
maybe
snap it with three or 4 seconds.
If they want to.
Doesn't look like they're inclined to do that. It looks like they're just going to stand it up there as we're down to 7 on the clock.
Coach, I want to thank you. It's been a great experience for me. And,
it is my pleasure.
I'd love to come back sometime. I know you have other guys lined up, but I'd love to do this again. It was fun. It's great to be back on campus, and I really enjoyed it.
So 51-0 is the final score today. And want to thank Brad for doing this. He didn't have to. He was very willing to do it. There's been some issues that have gone on about whether this game would be played today or not. And he's been flexible all the way along, got here plenty early this morning. And I think he's done a great job, and I think your Facebook, you're going to see a bunch of positive posts on Facebook that's going to say that you need to take my job.
No.
I will tell you a story. My boss in St. Louis that I work for Prepcast doing the high school stuff swears he has a top 15 announcers in his program. Mm-hmm. I've never been in the top 15. he gave me a jersey with 16 on it to remind me that I'm never in the top 15.
He's motivating you.
Well,
That's motivation.
Now you're going to be in front of me as well. So now I've slid another spot down,
funny.
and you're in front
That's
of me
funny.
for that as well.
That's funny. It's been great. I've loved it, and I would happily do it again someday.
Well, we can do this. You played baseball. Maybe you can come back and do a baseball game
Absolutely.
sometime as well.
Absolutely. That'd be great. You just reach out, and I'll work it into my schedule.
Again, it's a thing that we did in basketball. For those of you that know something about basketball, I had David Fox sit in with a game with me. He's in the Hairston Hall of Fame, and I had Danny Widhelm, who's the all-time leading scorer in men's basketball history, sit in on a ball game with me.
Yep.
Jim Ross sat in on a ball game with me. So I've had a few people come in and help me out with some ball games, which is fantastic.
Good.
So,
yeah, see a classy thing here. Both teams are getting together here in the middle of the field and probably going to say a quick prayer for everything that went on at Central this week, and that's a class move by Grandview. And they did some jersey exchanges before the game, and that was nice to see too. You know, people, you see, but a lot of negative stuff with sports and going on in fights and different things, and this is a pretty neat deal here. So,
yeah, Grandview is a program that is used to winning.
Yep.
But yet they're not out there taunting.
Nope. Not at all.
There was no noise during the game. They want the music cut, and they're yelling at us like we have any control over it.
We don't have control over that.
They want to have a prayer and talk a little bit down on the field.
You see coaches from both teams with their arms around each other, and in the grand scheme of things, the 51-0 score is kind of irrelevant with things that went on this week, and the Central football program and community and university has some tough days ahead, and
but there really wasn't an option to not play this game because Central has a bye week, but Grandview doesn't have the same bye week. So you're either going to have to play the game today, which they did,
or not,
or you're going to have to figure out like a Wednesday sometime to play the game in the middle of the game coming up on Saturday.
And
you're going to get people hurt.
Sure, and fatigue and everything, and even with the score is what it is, I'll guarantee you the Grandview players respect the Central players for teeing it up today, having to deal with what they had to deal with. And
I know I heard the crowd earlier before when they were doing the jersey exchange that some of the Central people were thanking the Grandview players and on the other side yelling over thank you for the exchange of the uniforms and the unity. This is the Heart of America Conference.
Sure.
Teams don't like each other. On the field during the game. But you see something like this, and everybody's going to get up, and they're going to hug each other and do what they do and move on. Central's going to move on to their game next week. And next week they are at Peru State.
Okay.
Be back here on the 10th when Clark comes to town. I'll have Steve Luchin sitting in with me.
Tell him hi for me.
I will do that. He and I played a lot of slow pitch softball together over the years. When he graduated and was still around, he would come play slow pitch softball, and I can tell you he was a muscular man who could hit a softball a long way.
I bet. I couldn't even I bet he could.
It was you could sit and watch, and you knew when he was going to swing because you saw the veins in his neck bulge that as he was getting ready to I'm going to swing.
Yep, I'm going to turn it loose.
I'm going to swing at this one, and there's a little park out here in Fayette that we played on, and about 75 feet beyond the fence is a little shed, a little area for people to come and sit underneath and do some picnicking and whatnot. He hit the roof of that thing so many times that it was ridiculous.
Yeah, he was a strong man when he was coaching here.
He was always in the weight room doing stuff, so he's going to sit in with me on the next ball game, and I hope he does as good a job as you've done.
Yeah, well, he'll do better than me. I don't think I've set the bar very high. So
I think you have 503
it's
total yards for Grandview. And take into consideration, they had 299 at half. So they actually kind of backed off a little bit.
Yep.
But, they did what they did. They had 326 yards rushing, 177 yards passing. Central only had 66 total yards during the ball game, and that just shows you the the dominance of the offensive line, defensive line for Grandview.
Sure, and that got the ball rolling, and you also, when you see stats like that, it just reinforces the veteran leadership Grandview has, and the turnover, and how young Central is, and so Grandview backed up their number 2 ranking today for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to look at the 2 deep real quick and tell you on offense, it is a senior, a sophomore, a senior, a senior, a senior, a junior, junior, senior, junior, senior. Their offense is junior, senior laden. Their defense, 4 juniors, a freshman, another junior, 3 seniors, and 2 more juniors. So they're juniors and seniors. And I'm pretty sure that almost all of these players have been in their program for 2 or 3 years.
Sure.
Where Central are getting some JUCO transfers. With the way the transfer portal is these days, if you're not happy, you can get out and
just
go.
go. And you just not be that way. And then a lot of these guys have a COVID year, so they've picked up an extra year on top of that. And, you look at somebody that has a COVID year and then they could redshirt. I mean, you may have a guy out there that's 25 years old.
Yeah,
playing.
that's in his 6th year of school and his 5th year of football.
Yep, and, kudos to them, but what that's done, that's kind of logjam recruiting for the younger kids coming out of high school, and not being as many roster spots open as there used to be on a yearly basis.
And you got to wait your turn, but that eventually you're going to get a turn, and you're on a pretty good program.
Sure. But then, if I don't want to wait my turn, then the transfer portal allows me to move on somewhere else if I wanted to.
Well, Paxton was here last year. He went to Missouri State first, came here, and then had D1 aspirations, and he's in the Ohio Valley Conference now, and he's going to play D1 football.
Yeah.
And good for him.
Sure.
I appreciate the year that he gave us last year, 9-3.
Yeah.
Best year that we've had in a long time.
Yeah.
And I said this during the media day. I'm old enough that I saw the 75 championship team. I was here for the 75 championship team.
Yeah.
And then I got the broadcast last year, the championship team from last year. So they're 2 football championships. I've seen their games.
Yeah, nice.
Well, no, it's just I'm old.
Well,
that's the bottom line is I'm old.
Old age is a blessing that some people don't get, So
well, there's a reason why God gives you kids when you're younger.
And not when you're older.
Not when you're older. That's
yes,
right. So
right.
We've got grandkids, and they just wear me out trying to get stuff done. I have a 4-year-old grandson that if you gave him the opportunity, he would swing on the swing set all day long. All day. Never would only get up to move to the other swing for a change and just sit there and swing.
That's fun.
Well, it's been great.
I love it.
Yeah,
yes.
That's why we're in Warrensburg and all that. So
good.
Brad, I have thoroughly enjoyed this. I'm so glad you came down.
Not as much as me. I appreciate the offer.
I don't know. It's pretty close.
It's been great. It's been good to catch up with you and get back on campus. And this, like I said a couple of times, this is something I've always thought would be fun to do. And it was every bit I thought it was going to be and more. So I appreciate the offer.
We're happy for it. And if you come back for homecoming or anything, feel free to come up.
Okay.
We'll stick a headset on you and let you talk a little bit. We'll let you call the game, and you can talk to whoever's in here then.
Yeah.
And I can go try and make cameras work or do something because we had all kinds. The heat just it kills us.
Yeah.
It kills our equipment.
Yeah.
We can't stand it, even though the cameras are under cover upstairs and there's a breeze going. There just comes a point in time where they just want to stop.
Technology's great till it doesn't work.
Yeah, it's
that's
great
what
when
I
it
tell
does.
her.
Yeah, it does.
That's what I tell our technology guy at school all the time. So, it's great till it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So perfect.
So we're going to call it. We're going to stop here for the day, and then we're going to tear everything down and get out of here. We'll be back in 2 weeks when Clark comes to town. The Pride is their nickname, so they'll be here in 2 weeks. Eagles go on the road to Peru State next week. You'll be able to watch that game on the Eagle Sports Network through Peru State, as the Hart rules are the home team is responsible and the only source for video. So we're not allowed to go on the road, but we're allowed to stay here at home and do the games, which we try and get done. And we hope you enjoyed the broadcast. From Davis Field here in Fayette, 51-0 is the final score as Grandview moves to 1-0 on the season. Central goes to 0-1 and looks forward to next week. For Brad Hunter, for Jay Northington, who did our production work today, camera people upstairs, this is Charlie Brown saying thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.